Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today we have another very special match for you guys. I actually really enjoy watching this one. This is a Dark Magician versus Rikka, and I think that Rikka is actually I thought it was going to be a really terrible deck, honestly, and after watching some of these replays, I think that it actually is really cool, and it has some really very cool plays that it can do, especially having like access into essentially the whole plant engine. I think that it is a very cool thing. Like the whole plant toolbox, I think, is like a really cool thing in general. But it looks like comment down at the bottom is opting to go first. I believe he won the die roll, and he's going to be starting off with secrets to go ahead and search into a copy of knowledge. So then this magician's rod is going to be coming down, and it's going to be hit with a gamma, so it's going to be negating and destroying the rod. And then the Soul Servant is going to be activated here to basically stack a Magician's Souls to the top of the deck. And then I believe he's going to be just going ahead and passing his turn, which is a little interesting. I feel like this Call by the Grave might be worth setting here, but maybe not. Maybe he's just saving it for later. I'm not exactly too sure. Looks like Rikka Glamour is going to be activated here to go ahead. And I can't remember what he just searched. I just missed it. Rikka Petal. And he's going to be normal summoning Rikka Petal, which is a really cool card. It's essentially like a Spiral Resort, like the field spell. You can search for a Rikka monster once per turn, and it's, it's not on like summon or anything. It's just once per turn, which I think is really cool because you can use it to add Hellbore here, which is essentially an effect negation, kind of. It's like protection. So he's going to be using Snowdrop to go ahead and tribute the Petal to special summon itself, and it special summons another plant monster from the hand. So it's going to special summon Mudan, and Mudan can search for a Rikka spell or trap. So he's going to be searching Rikka Glamour, which I believe it's once per turn, so he can use it on the following turn, but not this turn. So then he's going to be using Snowdrop's effect to make them both level 8, and then he's going to be overlaying into Teardrop, and then he's going to be going into the battle phase and attacking for 2800. So that's bringing him down to 5200 life points, and Teardrop is essentially a quick effect tribute, which I think is really cool. He's going to be setting a copy of Evenly Matched and passing his turn. So looks like Command draws for turn, drawing into the souls that he stacked off of Soul Servant, and then he's going to be using souls to go ahead and send the Dark Magician to the grave, special summoning back the Dark Magician, and using Soul Servant to go ahead and attempt to draw a card. But before that happens, Teardrop is going to be activated here to tribute the Dark Magician, but that's no big deal because Soul Servant can still activate here because it still counts Dark Magician in the graveyard, and so he'll still be able to draw a card. So he draws into Super Polymerization. Really cool. Unfortunately, I don't think that there's obviously anything that you confuse with just one Xyz monster, so he's going to be just going ahead and setting the Infinite Impermanence and the Super Poly out of his hand and passing his turn. In the end phase, Rikka Petal is going to be activated to special summon itself back from the graveyard while you control only plant monsters during the end phase. And then in the main phase, he can go and use the effect to search for a Snowdrop. Next, Rikka Glamour can go ahead and it's essentially a Rhoda, so you can search for Erica from the deck. And then he can tribute it for Snowdrop yet again to special summon Hellbore and itself from the hand, and then overlay into an Alcei. So Alcei is a very interesting card as well. It's essentially a Lightning Todori. I guess that's the best way for me to explain it. So he can declare a card. I don't know exactly what he declares here, but he's going to be declaring a card, milling the top card of his deck. I believe he declared Driver since it's banished, so there's no reason for him to not get into it. And a really interesting thing is that you can declare anything with this, so you can literally just be like Obelisk the Tormentor and then mill, and it's not Obelisk, you don't get into your hand, which most of the time you don't want it to be the card that you mill, because in this case he mills the Gamma, which is definitely not Cyframe Driver, and then he can go ahead and detach material and then target a card on the field and put it to the top or bottom of the deck, his choice. So he's going to be targeting the Infinite Impermanence, and I believe the Impermanence is chained here targeting the Teardrop, and since it was marked to be sent to the graveyard, it is going to be sent to the graveyard and not into the deck, and the Teardrop is going to be negated for the turn. Next, Alcei is going to be attacking for 23 and then 28 from Teardrop. Teardrop does not gain the attack, unfortunately, from its own effect, but Erica is going to be activated here on attack declaration to give it an extra 1000 attack, which is 3800, which is definitely enough to attack for game. So that's going to be doing it for our game number 1. Very interesting there. A really cool Rikka plays from Godlet Mission's part up at the top. And it looks like Comment is going to be opting to go first once again, and he's going to be using Soul Servant to, I assume, stack the Magician Souls. Yep, looks like that. And unfortunately, the rest of his hand kind of sucks. He doesn't really have any plays out of this hand, so he's I assume he's just going to hope to not get OTK'd and hope for the best. So we'll see. Looks like he's going to pass his turn here. Looks like Evil Thorn is going to be activated here to tribute it for 300 points of damage, summoning a 2 more copies of Evil Thorn from the deck. Actually, there's one in his hand, so he can only summon one. That's kind of funny. Next, he can go ahead and use Mudan's effect to tribute a plant monster and special summon it from the hand. And then if it's special summoned by the effect of a plant monster, which it is definitely a plant monster, you can search for a Rikka spell or trap. So he's going to be adding Rikka Glamour, and then use the effect of Rikka Glamour to go ahead and grab the Snowdrop from the deck. Next, he can go ahead and use 1-for-1 to special summon the Rikka Petal from the deck. Which is really cool. A 1-for-1 I think is a really cool card in this deck because there's no normal summon needed with it, so I think that's really cool. Next is going to be using the Rikka Petal to add Erica. And then he's going to be using the Snowdrop to special summon itself as well as the Erica from the hand. And I believe they both have to be in defense mode. Or maybe not. They don't have to be in defense mode. That is very interesting. So you can actually summon them both in attack, which he's actually going to be leaving the Erica in attack, which makes sense. Snowdrop is going to be using the effect to make everything level 8. And then he can go ahead and overlay the Snowdrop and the Mudan into a copy of Alcei, the same card from the last time. So he's going to be using the effect to go ahead and... I'm not sure what he called here, actually. Maybe it was 1-for-1 or something, but he mills Mudan and then detaches Mudan to go ahead and target this Call by the Grave. And I feel like this Call by the Grave could have been used earlier to maybe like get rid of the Evil Thorn out of the deck, but I mean, there still would have been plays with the Rikka Petal, so I'm not too sure. But in either case, the Call by the Grave is going to be chained here to get rid of the Rikka Petal, which I think is probably the best card to get rid of here in this circumstance because Rikka Petal is free recursion every turn. So it's essentially a starter for the deck, which is really cool. So moving into the battle phase, Erica and Alcei are going to be attacking for 23 and 24 respectively. And that is going to be leaving him down for just 3,000 life points, and I believe he just passes his turn here. So something that's really interesting is I think that Eternal Soul could have been activated here to search, since you can literally just search once per turn, right? So I think he could have added a Dark Magic attack for free. I think he definitely missed that. He's not playing Thousand Knives, unless if he obviously sided it out. I'm not too sure, though, but I feel like he definitely could have searched for Dark Magic attack there, since it's just a once per turn search. But in either case, Dark Magic Inheritance is going to be banishing both of these spells out of the graveyard, and then he's going to be going ahead and adding a Dark Magician spell or trap card from the deck, which is going to be Dark Magical Circle. And then he can go ahead and use the Circle to go ahead and stack his deck. So he grabs a Dark Magician, I believe, here. I'm actually not... He might add the secrets, actually. I'm not too sure. Oh, wait, he can't add the secrets. Duh, it's not Dark Magician. That was a quick catch on my part. I don't know what I was thinking. And then he's probably going to be stacking it, I assume, with secrets on the top. Knowledge, yeah, secrets is going to be on the top, so you can search for the knowledge. Then Souls is going to be activated here to grab the Dark Magician out of the deck, special summoning it, and then Circle could be activated here to banish the Alcei. Then he can go into the battle phase, and he can go ahead, or actually, it looks like he's going to be using Eternal Soul to go ahead and special summon the Dark Magician out of the hand, and he's going to be overlaying into a copy of Ebon Illusion Magician to detach and special summon a spellcaster type normal monster from the deck, so the third copy rather of Dark Magician from the deck. Next, he can go ahead and go into the battle phase, and when he declares an attack, he can actually use Ebon Illusion Magician's effect to go ahead and target a monster your opponent controls and banish it. So it's essentially another copy of Dark Magical Circle. So he's going to be destroying banishing the Erica, and then he's going to be using a Redeclare to attack directly with Dark Magician, which I think is really interesting because obviously it doesn't enter the damage steps, so he can still attack directly. So 5,000 points of damage, evening the score out, 3,000 life points each, and yeah, I believe that he might set this Illusion Magic here. Yeah, it looks like he does. And very interesting. And he's going to be passing his turn there. So, drawing for turn, he draws into a copy of Infinite Impermanence. And then he's going to be scooping it up promptly right there. Very interesting. So, moving on into the well-awaited game number 3. He's going to be going first yet again, and it looks like up at the top, he draws into a copy of Lightning Storm, and wow, a very, very interesting hand here. all high star monsters, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Magician's Rod is going to be a normal summoned here, adding a Dark Magician spell or trap or a card like that lists Dark Magician in the text, which is Eternal Soul here. Then you can go ahead and use the circle to go ahead and banish 3. So it looks like he's going to be adding Magician's Navigation. And then he has a Polymerization, and I'm not sure what the other card is. I could have saw it in the log. Let me check really quick. I'm just curious. Apprentice Illusion Magician was the other card. And then he's going to be putting the Polymerization on the top. And then he's going to be setting everything and passing his turn. So he draws for turn, drawing into Twin Twisters, which unfortunately I think is completely useless here. I think this Lightning Storm is the only, the only thing that you can really realistically use. So he's going to be activating this Lightning Storm, and it's going to be chained with a Navigation, and the Navigation is going to be special summoning the Apprentice Illusion Magician from the deck, and he's going to be using the Illusion Magician to search for a Dark Magician from the deck as well. So he's still keeping up on card advantage. Unfortunately, it's not really like the greatest card advantage ever. Like, I guess Prophecy can get him a couple adds on the next turn, but Twin Twisters is going to be set, and unfortunately that's going to end his turn. Wow, basically, I think Hellbore, Mardell, and Rikka are all one-ofs that he plays. I'm double-checking really quick. Hellbore, Rikka, and Mardell, yeah, they're all one-ofs, and Snowdrop's obviously a 3-of because it's an insane starter that gets all your rank 8 plates going. But yeah, so Spellbook of Secrets is going to be activated here to search for a copy of Spellbook of Knowledge, and then he's going to be using the Knowledge to discard the Blue Boy out of his hand and draw 2 more cards. Then he can go into battle phase, attack with Dark Magician for 25, 16 on the Rod, and 2,000 for Apprentice Illusion Magician. And I believe that in the damage step, can't he just go ahead and use Apprentice Illusion Magician? Which, maybe he doesn't, really. That's really interesting. Huh, I think you definitely can use this effect, right? During damage calculation, if your other Dark Spellcaster monster battles an opponent's... Oh, it's only if it battles the opponent's monster. I guess that makes sense right there. That is why he didn't use the effect. So, he's going to be passing his turn, and it looks like he's just going to be showing him his hand that obviously he can't do anything. He did have the Nibiru, even if he could pop off, but I'm not sure if he could have played around that. So, in either case, I think that that is going to be doing it for that game. So he's going to be skipping it up, I believe, here in just a second. I think they're just talking at this point, but yeah. So he's just going to be skipping it up. So that's going to be doing it for the final match from round number 3. And a very, very interesting one. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I will see you guys for the first feature match from round number 4. And if you do want to play in this tournament, you can go ahead and join the top of the description below. There's a Discord link, and you can come chat. It's a really cool community. I really enjoy it. And I think that this tournament is very, very fun, being, yeah, just a non-meta tournament that you can just play, you know, whatever, essentially. It's very casual. So, yep, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.